Hey guys, it's Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be called Makeup Tips and Tricks. So I thought that went together good, so I was like, I'm gonna do that. But first, we actually have a giveaway I'm gonna do. It's for all the people at the Colonial Heights Church. The first person this Sunday to come to me and sing me the entire song of Miss Mary Mac will get this. It comes with this bag. Makeup remover, brush, and a little brush to come on your eyebrows, because I thought that'd be cool to put that in there. So, yep, first person. Okay, so that's it. And then, now I'm going to be talking, first I'm going to talk about my brushes. I love my brushes. So, this brush, I'm going to be telling you all the brushes that I don't use, but I like. This brush is cool. It's a highlight brush. I liked it, but it was like really thin, so it never got like a whole lot, so I don't use that brush anymore. And then this brush is like a contour brush. I really liked it, but then it's really thick, and I don't really use it ever anymore. And then this is a pat brush. I've actually cleaned it like so many times. Like I was cleaning it, and as you can see, it still has, well, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but if you see it and realize it has like powder still in it, it's like, I kept cleaning it, and all the like soap stuff was clean, but this wasn't clean, so, and the bristles aren't soft, so I don't use this anymore. And yes. And then I actually like this. I actually haven't used it. I don't know what I'm using it for, but it looks like a good brush. Just haven't cleaned it, so I might clean that soon. So, yep. Those are all those brushes. Now these are all mine. Now I'm gonna tell you what all these are for. This is my powder brush. It's really soft. This is my blush brush. It's also very soft. I don't know what this is for, but I like it because it's soft. This is my foundation brush. This is actually from Sephora. I really like it because the handle is soft and the bristles are soft. And then I use this for my highlight now because it's actually like a lot bigger. I mean, look at this compared to this. I mean, oh my gosh. But for this brush, I usually just use like this part of it. And I just like get so much on like this side in the middle, and it's a big highlight. It's awesome. I like this brush. And then I use this brush, and occasionally this brush for my eyeshadow. I usually use this brush as like my main brush I use. Then I use this brush, so just sometimes. And then this brush I use for my like cream eyeshadows usually, and that's what those are for. I actually don't know what this is for, but it's like a little sponge. And I think it's cool. Sometimes I use to highlight my brow bone, so that's what I drop this brush. And then this is my contour brush. It came with my contour palette, so cool. That's the brush that I use. And sometimes I use this to like this is like an eyeliner, eyebrow, lip, I don't even know, so everything brush. And this is just a brow comb. This is for eyelashes, and this is for eyebrows. That wasn't even my eyebrows, like, beautiful. That's what, it's actually a lot of brushes. This is all the brushes I use. Keep dropping brushes. Okay. So now we're gonna get into the makeup. It's actually a funny story how I started doing makeup. So I was using this face wash, and it was like for oily skin, but I didn't know that, so I was using it, and then like I started getting like bumps because of dry skin all down there, and I was like, this is what makeup's for. I'm gonna see what makeup does. And I used eyeshadow. I used an eyeshadow that was close to my skin color and put eyeshadow down there. And then from there I was like, oh, there's mascara, and just kept going and going. Now I have a ton of makeup. Eyebrows I think was actually the last thing like I did in makeup. So like I did everything else but my eyebrows. So there you go, that's the story. I don't know how I figured out that my face wash was for oily skin. I don't know how I figured that out. So, yeah. All the makeup products I'm using today, you haven't seen me use on my channel before. Okay, so first right here, I'm just doing my foundation. I'm using a MAC. It's MAC. That's what it is. MAC Studios. And I got this from Ulta Beauty. And so, yeah, I think it was $32. So, yeah, I just drop a couple drops onto my hand. That was a lot. So, now I'm just going to put that all over my face. I'm using my foundation brush. It is, I think it's by Sephora. Yeah, I think it's a Sephora brush, right? Maybe so. So, yep. Using that all over my face, under my eyes. So, yeah. I usually use a couple drops, not too much, but I'm actually using most of it. I did a little more than probably should have, but I'm actually using it all. So, yep. So now I think we are going to do contour. Yes, we're going to do contour using a Smashbox contour palette. So, yeah, that's the contour, that's the bronzer, and the other shade is kind of like just like a setting powder, just to brighten things up. So first we're going to go in with that, the darkest shade for my contour. We're use most of the product in the back, and we go to like half of my cheek. There are different ways to contour different face shapes. So this is just how I contour my face. I actually went to Sephora, and they taught me how to properly contour my face. So, yay, I'm using it right on the hairline for the top. And then I'm going to start right there and use most of the product in the back, and then just kind of swipe it forwards. Next, I'm going to go in with the bronzer. Yeah, it's called bronzer, right? Yeah. And I'm going to use that right on my hairline as well. And now I'm just going to kind of go down to where I contoured my cheekbone. And now I believe we're going in with the lighter shade. Yes, the lighter shade. And we're going to like kind of set my under eye foundation or concealer, whatever you use under your eyes. Perfect. And now we're going to go right below my contour. Just to kind of like make, if I went too low, that can help to fix that, or just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. So next I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm using a brow tint. It is by Ulta Beauty. It came in, I got it in a bag full of other stuff. It was a deal. I think it was, if you spent $20, you would get like a free like makeup bag. The makeup bag was filled with stuff, and all the stuff combined was worth $88. I thought that was amazing. So I really like it because it turned out being the right shade for my eyebrows. So that was great. They look good. Just kind of brush up all the way, and now I'm gonna take my what is it called? You can call it like a mascara wand or anything like that, or just a brow comb. And so I can't find the one I usually use, so I'm just gonna use this one. I usually swipe up and then I flatten out the top and flatten out the bottom, just kind of swipe across. Okay. Now we're going with a Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and we're going to do more of like a copper color makeup look today. That's another one we're going to use. That's my favorite one out of the Ulta Beauty palette. And we're going to take this brush and we're going to go in with a purple shade, with that like kind of purple shade from the Wet n Wild palette. It is what do you call it? It's very pigmented, so you have to go in with a very light hand. I'm just going to put that on the outer corner of my eye. And you can hit it against your hand to get some of the stuff off if you get too much on. And that is what I'm doing on that side. And now we're going to do the same thing to this side. And so, yes, this is out of the Wet n Wild. I found this Wet n Wild at a CVS. So you can get that at CVS. And it was, I remember it being cheap. I think it was like four something. So yeah, I really like this palette. It has really good colors in it. It's really nice. It's like purple, gold, copper, some browns. They're just really, really pretty colors. Now we're going to take that kind of copper color and we're going to use that on the, just right above where we just did our purple. Just like that. Now we're going to use the Ulta Beauty setting spray. It's a matte setting spray, and we're actually going to spray that onto the brush, and then we're going to dip it into our glittery colors. Using setting spray on your brush is good because it'll help to get more of the eyeshadow on your brush. This is good for when you use glitter eyeshadows and stuff like that. You probably don't need to do this for a cream eyeshadow because cream eyeshadow is already creamy, and yeah. So we're just going to dip that into there. We're not going to twirl it around or anything. We're just going to like kind of dip it in there like that. Now we're going to apply that to the inner part of our eye. And just like that. That looks good. Now we're going to, it actually gets a whole lot on it. It's really good. Now we're going to do that on the inner part of our eye on the other side. That looks good. We're going to clean it off on a piece of toilet paper, just so like we don't mix the colors, because we don't want to mix the colors. Next we're going to take the gold shade from the Wet n Wild palette. Oh wait, no, we're actually going to go in with a little bit more to darken up the outer corner of our eye so it kind of blends in evenly. We're going to put a little bit more of the matte setting spray from Ulta Beauty. And now we're going to go in with the gold shade in the Wet n Wild palette. And we're going to put that, oh that's good. And we're going to put that on the inner corner of our eye. Just kind of making up and outer word strokes. I don't even know how to say that. We're swiping it out towards the other glitter shade we used. Just like that. That helps to kind of brighten it up so we don't have just a dark eyeshadow. Okay. So next we're going to take the lighter shade, and it's just like a regular, it's kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a nude color eyeshadow, and we're going to use that on just the top of my eye just to kind of brighten it up a little bit more, help to even out the skin tone of my eye, just like that. Okay, so now we're just going to wipe off our brush to get all that off. And now we're going to go back into the Ulta Beauty palette, and we're going to use the sparkly like kind of light color. And we're going to use that to highlight our brow bone. You don't have to use setting spray for this stuff just because you don't really have to. I mean, you can if you want, but I feel it like it helps it to apply smoother. I usually use this, but I'm actually gonna, this has a thicker consistency, this mascara does, but I'm gonna use the one in the orange tube. That's from, what is it called? That's from the Ulta Beauty. And so, yeah, I'm using that today. I don't know if it has a thick consistency or not because I haven't used it before. Seems to be working good though. So, yeah, now we're gonna do my lower lashes. I always seem to get a little bit of mascara on my skin whenever I do that. I got it on my nose. There you go. Okay. So now I'm just gonna fold some toilet paper, just like that. And then I'm going to go under my eye to get all of the mascara off of my skin. Just like that. There we go. And I'm going to use the other side of my brow comb to comb out my lower lash line just to make it look smoother. And so there's no mascara clumps in it. Yep. And it's not as thick because I don't always like my lower lashes to be super thick. So now we're going to go in with the Ulta Beauty bronzer and highlight palette. And I'm using this brush to highlight. I'm using the highlight. Looks great. I've actually never used this one before. It seems to be working pretty good. Oh yeah, I have to get the stuff off my nose too. Oh, I wiped some of my foundation off. I'm just going to take a little bit more foundation and drop it on my hand. Just one drop on my hand. And I'm going to apply it on my nose. Just to make sure it stays even, because I don't want to have one patch without foundation and the rest of my face has foundation on it, because that would be crazy. I actually would just have one spot of no foundation. We're going to put some highlight on my nose. We're going to put some on my upper lip. And we are all done with our highlight. And now I'm going to go in with a lipstick. The matte lipstick's really pink, so I don't think that would go good with my eyeshadow look. So I'm going to go in with the lipstick, because I think that would go better. It's a little bit darker than the pink one. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with the lipstick. This lipstick is also by the Ulta Beauty collection that I got from the makeup bag. It's a really pretty shade. I really like it. Now we're going to take some of the Ulta Beauty matte setting spray and spray that all over my face. And we're done. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below what you want me to do in my future videos. And don't forget, this Sunday at the Heights Baptist Church, if you want to get this bag, you have to come to me and sing Miss Mary Mac. It includes makeup wipes, a makeup brush, and a brow comb. So, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay guys, bye!